residents should get involved, because the dollars that fund these different projects, they're federal dollars. And if you don't give input so that the federal legislators know where the need is, that comes from your comments, that comes from your inputs, that comes from responding to surveys, so that that entity can go forward and request that money to help with that need.
I think equity is a big topic, and it's an important one, and I think it's it's something that's recently been more specifically identified by the American Planning Association, and requiring that planners really start to take a look at what is equity and how do we build that within our communities. And I think one very, very important piece of this is representation, making sure that our boards, our committees, our discussion groups really have representation from a very wide variety of those within our communities.
For their communities.
Well, I mean, there's nothing more important than being present. I mean, half the battle is just being there, and I think if it would behoove all of us to make sure that we are paying attention, and B, are encouraging those that we represent and that live in our communities to stay involved. There is huge value in everybody having a voice.
Well, what I really like about this is that this has brought together, as I mentioned, many, many different ideas from many, many different people. And as a community leader, I plan on taking this document back to my team and asking them what makes sense for us to do in Fairfield Township, what makes sense for us to do in Butler County. But specifically, as far as I'm concerned, Fairfield Township. So we'll take it to our staff and they can look at it, and we can look at the ideas that are in there, and we can utilize those to say, hey, this really fits for Fairfield Township, or maybe this idea doesn't quite fit, but maybe we can modify it so that it does fit for Fairfield Township.